The Civic Forum on Human Development, with funding from the European Union, in partnership with the Centre for Community Development Solutions, Lower Guruvi Development Association, Nyahunhuhi Community Trust, and the Association of Rural District Councils of Zimbabwe, implemented a 4-year project from 2020 to 2024 titled Strengthening Civil Society Capacity for Scaling Up Social Accountability in Rural Local Authorities of Zimbabwe. In its implementation, a number of activities were executed that include the Partners Planning and Reflection Workshop, which was conducted under the theme Collaborative Team Working for Effective Service Delivery in Rural District Councils. The purpose of the training was to have a common understanding on the new project's operational framework and implementation approach. Inception workshops were also carried out in the 3 targeted provinces of Mashonaland Central. One was held in Mbere Rural District. Another was held in Mariwa Rural District. The final one in Chegutu Rural District. The project was carried out in a total of 8 rural districts, which are Mariwa, Chikomba, Gohomanzi, Makandi, Chegutu, Mbere, Muzarabani and Guruve. The Inception workshops helped all participants get on the same page about the project's goals, what success looks like, and the specific objectives that need to be achieved. This shared understanding was crucial for ensuring everyone involved is working towards the same thing. The workshop was a valuable forum for bringing together all the stakeholders involved in the Social Accountability Project, including citizens, community groups, government officials, and civil society organizations. This helped to build relationships, identify common ground, and develop a more collaborative approach to achieving the project goals. A baseline survey was conducted across all the 8 targeted districts, which managed to provide a snapshot of the existing situation before the project begins. It gathered data on key indicators related to service delivery, access, and community needs. This data had managed to serve as a benchmark against which you can measure progress and assess the project's impact. Other major activities implemented during the period include the District Action Team training workshops on social accountability principles,
community-based planning process, which empowered community members to identify their needs, priorities, and have a voice in decision-making processes.
No community-based planning, whereby communities identify their projects. For instance, the clinics, the schools, the roads, many. So we make sure we don't impose projects to community. So they identify what they want, then we budget together, and we agree that as council resources are not, we have limited resources. What do communities have towards that project? So if we discover that the resources are not enough, we move on to another project that is feasible at that time.
The local authorities' strategic plans, devolution efforts, and other resource mobilization strategies showed an alignment with some of the CBP's priorities, which include the construction of clinics. CBP validation processes were also undertaken by district stakeholders and community members to ensure the validity of the identified priorities. Other project activities that were carried out include quarterly planning and review meetings, traditional leadership training, and councillors training workshops.
Ndine more than 50 years ndiri sabhuku atambata ndiri workshop yakadai ndeyekutanga paupenyu saka toda kukutendera zvamaita ende varova varasikirwa nekuti pamwe maybe tozowana after another 10 years kana togona kusvika mukufa nekuti vazhinji vafa vasina kusangana nedzidziso yakadai saka tinotenda mapartners edu tadzidza social cohesion, green economy nezvengreen dzaitwa induction ye-traditional leaders act ndozvimwe zvemada zvakatanga tinawo.
The project also ensured the participation and inclusion of marginalized groups such as women and youth.
Ini ndinoitwa Precious Gwara ndobva kuchinji kuti maprograms aya achiramba achiitwa kuitira kuti semadzimai patinouya tichiungana tinobva tane mumwe muono wekuti hatisi vanhu vekungomuka vachivhura ukachigara pasi pemuchibva tava muvanhu.
The project was aimed to enhance the meaningful participation of civil society and community-based organizations, CBOs, and civil society organizations, CSOs, in demanding and monitoring inclusive, accountable and resilient governance and service delivery in rural local authorities of Zimbabwe. The project managed to build capacity of the CBOs and CSOs around social accountability monitoring tools, which include the Community Scorecard, Perception Audit, Participatory Budgeting, and Client Service Charter. These tools had helped to empower citizens and CBOs to monitor how public services are delivered. This has exposed inefficiencies, corruption, or neglect, holding governments accountable for their actions. These tools has managed to provide mechanisms for citizens to voice their concerns and participate in decision-making processes. This has fostered to more participatory democracy and ensures citizens have a say in how they are governed. The local authority have managed to adopt the perception audit tool at the district level. The project ensured its impact would extend beyond its 4-year lifespan by establishing strong foundations for continued support to key beneficiaries. The CFHD secured ongoing agreements with all 8 targeted districts, demonstrating a commitment to a sustainable and locally driven approach to social accountability.